In the 90s, when I was involved with the men's conferences, there was a powerful ritual headed by Malidome Somi. Some of you know him as an African shaman. Anyway, we were doing this grief ritual, this sorrow ritual. Anyway, at one point, the highlight of it is imagine 300 men in the middle of the night. This was in Ojai, out in the hills. And everybody was around this altar singing, Awe, 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 we lost, we lost, we lost, and went on for 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden it hit me, the words, we lost, we lost, we lost. We were commemorating all that we had lost. And that was very surprising because I'm from in American culture, if you lose, don't even bring it up, hide it, because you're considered a real loser, it is a downer. Whereas here, they're saying, no, part of life you gain, you lose, and then celebrate, honor that which you lost, just like we honor the World War II dead, with rituals and so on. And so all of a sudden, as we were singing, somebody yelled out, for Johnny and Terry and Bill and all the people, his friends that had died in Vietnam, you big coward, you didn't survive like I had to. And he just wept. And that opened the floodgates. Now people were yelling out for, Terry and Jerry and all these people, all my people who had died in the cancer ward. He was a nurse. And then people were shouting out for my wife and the unborn baby, they died. And everybody started pouring out all the things they had lost. Finally, for the first time, they really honored what they had lost. I found myself all of a sudden spontaneously bursting out about all the victims from the Tiananmen Square and all this. And I didn't even know I had cared that much, but I guess it did. It just popped out. And it went on. So everybody's yelling for the rainforest, it was very touching, really moving. So after a couple of minutes, or maybe 10 minutes of this, everybody was spent. And then Robert Bly, who's leading this thing at that point, said, okay, it's traditional that in Native American society that once you finish such a ritual like this, we lay down on the Mother Earth for healing. So now everybody kind of scrambled through in the dark, avoiding gopher holes and whatever. And then before I knew it, just before I lay down on the ground, I saw like this whole hill strewn with hundreds of men, like identifying with the dead. And it was so quiet except for a few people crying uncontrollably. And way in the distance, a coyote was just howling at the moon, as if to say, under the pitiless sky, we lost, we lost, we lost.